We we skipping the intro today.
Why are we skipping the intro today, friend?
I mean, we can play. Hold on. Hold your line.
Hey yo, Ebony, they might get mad at you for this one, mama. Take a seat with Ebony, Ebony. We gon' talk about everything, everything. Come get these lives, baby, shake a little eyes. Fill up your glass, deep, deep with vibes. Take a seat with Ebony, Ebony. We gon' talk about everything, everything. Come get these lives, baby, shake a little eyes. Fill up your glass, deep, deep with vibes. Fill up your glass. Maybe shake a little ice. Yeah.
I had to repurchase that hair. I like that hair. At the end of the video.
That
I
was a
like.
cute hat.
Thank you. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back. Get back into that curly bag again because I like
You,
that a lot.
yeah, you definitely got on your waiting to exhale hat today.
Okay, that's what we're doing. And that's fine. Um. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are here today. Let me get to the microphone. It's under my hair, I think. We, we're here today to discuss.
How you just burned somebody's car with their clothes in it?
I'm sorry, excuse me?
I,
I beg
that,
your
that's
finest. I beg your
that's
finest
what
pardon. What did you say?
I said. I said how you just burned somebody's car with their clothes in it. It's just giving Angela Bassett waiting to exhale. You just
Okay.
fiery. All the fire symbols right now. I love it.
Okay, friend, if you say so.
I do. I love it.
Okay. I love it's lucky. I love you too. We're discussing Lady in the Lake episode 4. Okay. There's a lot and not enough at the
A,
same time.
a
It's
lot.
it's a lot. And I'm mad baby girl got.
Listen, I'm still trying to figure out how Maddie had. I thought Maddie was having a bad day. Like Maddie collectively just had a horrible day. Cleo just day bad. I mean, it's well, like I mean, it ended terribly because she's dead, and we knew it was Cleo, right? Obviously, but and then the cold part, the little gremlin broke his leg, so the whole thing. Like you had, sir, you
Please.
could have dumped the body in the lake or tied her to an anvil. I don't know why I'm saying anvil like we're a WB cartoon, but here we are. But there's so many other things that could have happened instead of you doing that.
Correct, Mundo.
So
Like,
I don't understand how we ended up here.
and he almost got caught just that damn fast. Just that damn fast, he almost got caught. Cause the cops was right there at the lake,
Right there. Yeah.
but they was looking at the crazy boy who clearly needs mental health care services.
I didn't know that a Santa Claus suit was that flammable. I didn't know that. I mean, it's a different time, right? Like they still had asbestos and stuff like that, or lead in paint, right? But
Mm-hmm.
it like the note to self: if I ever dress like Santa Claus, get cotton, okay? And
Indeed.
I would have been, and I would have had to be drunk to be dressed as Santa Claus and in the same asylum. So I would have burned a lot faster. So, anywho, to do things in order, Maddie gets her big shot, nails it. Paper blows up. All the hate. It's looking like the more Maddie finds herself and the more she implements. who she really wants to be, the
Hmm.
more her old life is starting to just completely tear apart, which, in my opinion, is very symbolic of how that actually is. Like, if you begin to go figure out who you really are and begin to go do what you really want, your old life will not line up. So, a lot of it might not line up with who you're trying to become.
Now, I am a strong proponent of the F them kids movement.
1000%.
But every time I see that little boy Seth and he says something
But,
crazy to his mama, it just
mm-mm,
increases by
mm-mm,
10,000 fold.
mm-mm.
Because I want to, the way I want to fight this little boy.
The last time I was this mad at a child on TV was Tariq. You hear me?
Yeah.
What's up, Tracy? The last time I wanted to fight a child this bad was Tariq. Okay? When I tell you, I like what's happening.
And why don't, can't nobody correct this child? His mama can't do it. Every time I slap him, he say something
They
else.
gonna have to
He wouldn't have
crazier.
it in his mouth fooling with me.
My
He
mom would have
would.
punched me. No, no, no. My mom would have punched me in the jaw. It'd have been sweet chin music. I would have hit the floor. She didn't slap him hard enough. Slap him harder with the backhand side. Come from up here down. Make
Not
sure he
jump off
feel
the
it.
not jump off the top rope with it.
1000%. 1000%.
Like I
A thousand
want.
percent.
And Milton just seems to be like he just in the ether. We don't know where Ethan Milton is.
Milton, here is what's wild, and I don't know. Maybe women are like this. I see it a lot in men, but maybe women are like this. But people, it's weird to me how people can disrespect you for an incredibly long time and not see the disrespect. Like even back to episode one, you gonna throw out the whole dinner because she put it on the wrong dish?
I think that was a religious thing. I don't think that was.
Sir. That was 2,000 some odd years ago. Half of
I
us
don't,
will be dead anyway.
what does that got to do with what it? What does that got to do with anything? Like I don't understand. If that is the practice and that is how they do the things for your particular religion, and y'all are having a religious ceremony dinner because I think it was Passover or whatever, then I understand why he went a little ham about it being served on the incorrect dish. You know this.
Eat.
Well,
Just
does she
eat.
know it? Because her mama name is German, and they freaked out when they found out about that. So I don't know. I don't know. Did
First off, you
she?
can be German and be Jewish. One. Second,
That I understand.
if you are
My
that
question is,
hungry, if you're that hungry, what I'm trying to say is one, them old Hebrew rules, God would have killed most of us trying to follow them because that he was killing people for not following those things correctly. Like especially the Easter stuff. I'm talking about God was killing. If you weren't doing Easter spot on, you were literally going to be dead. One, two. If you were that hungry, the way they acted and the way they were talking to her hella crazy, I would have taken a peanut butter and
I
jelly
don't think
sandwich
it was
on that.
about them. Listen, I don't think it was about them being starving or that hungry. I literally think it's a, in well, I don't know if you know, but like in uber religious
Oh,
Jewish homes like that,
I'm very
then
well aware.
it has to be done a certain way. Otherwise, you got to start over from scratch. Now, I
And
don't think it
she
has
fussed
anything to
about not
do,
eating.
huh?
Did they not make a big fuss about being hungry, even at the
Yeah,
funeral?
at the shiva, you mean? I don't know.
They was talking. They was talking about food then. If my memory is memorizing,
I don't
they were
remember them
they
talking
was
about food at the shiva, but I could be wrong. That doesn't mean I'm right.
they was
That
ready to
doesn't mean
go.
I'm right.
They was ready again. All I'm saying is I'm not saying I don't understand the religious practices, but what I am saying is the way he approached her, and the way he went about that was disrespectful regardless.
Okay.
He could have approached her. He could have approached her and done that a whole other baby sweetheart. None of this is right. No, this is right. It's cool. Let's eat it, but let's make sure we're prepared and ready to go next year,
No, it
and
can't
then
be.
move on.
They can't, but they can't eat it. That's the whole point.
And this is why I'm a Gentile, because I would have happily. I was like, I'd have been like, I'm going down the street. The hand place still open. I'm going to get me a po' boy. The deli's still open. Why y'all playing? Yes.
Okay.
Why y'all playing? I wouldn't have made it. I'd have been one of them Jews.
I
A
don't. I
thousand
don't
percent.
claim. I don't claim to know anything, but I do everything. But I can respect all of your traditions and what needs to happen. And I know there's a reason behind the there's a method to the madness, and there's a reason behind the way things need to be done a certain way. And I don't know if she became Jewish because she married this Jewish man and she needed to become Jewish in order for him to marry her, or if she's been Jewish the whole time. I don't know. I honestly I don't know, but because I think if she had been raised in the tradition and like a practicing uh Orthodox Jewish the way I think they are, then she would have known that it wasn't done correctly, and she would have never made that mistake because that gets drilled into them
Right. Again,
from
but
what I'm
remember,
saying.
she. I understand 1,000% what you're saying, but what I am saying is he didn't have to approach. But my main point is he didn't have to approach
Well,
her the way that
Milton's
he
a
did.
jackass, so
Right. Right.
I get
That's
that
my
too.
main point.
I
That's
get
me.
that too.
That's my main point. Like I've read the I've read enough about old Hebrew like traditions, and I have some friends who are Middle Eastern Jews. So I've like experienced, been around, talked to, like had the conversations. But my biggest thing is, as a man, you shouldn't have to approach her like that. Now, granted, I think she got it wrong because her whole life was unraveling. And that little thread people, hey, lovely, that little thread people talk about they be hanging on, it was gone
Mm.
at that point. It was gone.
Not the thread had broken.
Me and Hobby, I'm hearing about thread. The thread was gone. It was nowhere to be found. So because the thread was gone, it wasn't. It was never. You know what I'm saying? It was just not gonna. It just wasn't gonna be a thing. So no, I definitely think. And again, the boy is just a reflection of his father. It was this whole episode was crazy and sad. It was like it's. I feel like the whole episode was showing wins and losses. Like Maddie gets her
Hmm.
first article, the whole office hates her.
I
Cleo,
I don't
go
think it was
ahead.
the office that hates her. It's the men in the
Which is
office.
a do your job, bro. Stop kicking it. A lot of y'all have a tendency to want to play golf and build relationships, and you forget to do the work. You forget to do the work. You've been relying on not on yeah.
Listen,
Uh,
and I think he kept her out of that big boss's office because the big boss don't really know she wrote that whole article.
hmm
I think that man took her credit,
hmm We'll
the
find
fat
out, but he
one.
probably did.
He did. He did. He took her credit. He absolutely took it. And I think they were supposed to do it as a collaboration, but he just printed her article and put his name on it and put hers in tiny lettering at the bottom as she's a contributing instead of being the one who did all the research,
The work.
who took all the chances, who went to visit the crazy boy down to the asylum, which that seems like that wasn't a good idea. Because when that fool showed up to the house, I said, oh, I was like, Maddie, I was like, oh, there's a nigga who lives here and he'll be here any minute. So I need you to.
And he told her about that window. He told her about that window too. He said, "Look,
He said I was
look.
gonna use my knife to prop the door.
No, he didn't have a knife. He had a crowbar. Okay, you hear me?
And he was like, but I didn't use it because I
I
didn't
didn't have
need
to
to
use it.
because the door was open. Bitch, why would you leave your door unlocked?
You don't
Just
use
give. If you don't give that nigga a key and lock the door behind you,
Well, and I said they gonna kill this man. Then I said, damn, he set this man on fire and walked right out
and did
and walked right out.
whoosh.
This and what's crazy about that scene is that's still relevant like right now. Like there's still easily 50 inmates to maybe one CO, and your
Mhm.
Glock ain't got but got maybe 15 rounds. Again, could never be a CO. Hey, I got many friends who are cops and CO. Dealing with people is hard, but dealing with the known criminals day in and day out where they live, I feel as though is even harder. And they be knowing too. Like I done had my friends who are CEOs have inmates be like, "You drive this car, right? Oh, hey, transfer me." Nope, I'm not doing this. Mm-mm. That man shouldn't be able to see out to the parking lot to know what I drive here. Nope. Mm-mm.
Not he can't see out to the parking lot. Wait a minute. So you just
I'm trying.
wow.
I'm trying to tell you.
Just no daylight for you. You just be in the dark and just in the back wall. That's just no daylight, no windows to the outside ever again.
I would. I won't talk about them, but I have very different views on what prison shouldn't be. What's going on, Lemon Kush? Um.
Shenanigans.
So dark skinned Lucius made it very clear after he didn't kill the man on the roof. Cleo gotta go.
Yeah, the cop told her she was a loose end. She listen. You didn't make your plans fast enough, Sugarfoot. I understand
Mm-mm.
that you figured out
Mm-mm.
how to that they was running the numbers, and so you was gonna run you a game, and so to get the most amount of money so you could get out of town, but you ain't moving fast enough, sweetheart. You ain't moving fast enough. You was lollygagging,
At
and they
all.
got you. They got you,
At all.
sweet. So
Moving hella slow. Look. Moving hella slow.
you having bushy conversations with your husband, girl. Ain't nobody got time for that. Treat that nigga like you finna be you finna come back from the store and you just don't come back from the store. I need you to be the cliche. Go to the store for milk and just don't ever come back.
I'm so mad you just said one sentence and had three different accents in a sentence. I look, and I am in
Who
agreement with
me?
all of it. Yes, you.
What you mean? I beg your finest pardon, sir.
I wouldn't have gone anywhere alone. I
She
wouldn't have
wasn't
done anything
alone.
alone. So how did he get her? What happened to Scrappy Doo?
He went in the house and she was standing on the street. And that man was standing out, sitting in the car outside her house. He crying in the car because he know he got to kill her. Watching them kiss each other. And then
Right.
she went to, oh no, she had the money in the suitcase and she went to meet, I think she was going to meet the people
That's right. She wanted me what's her face to get her cut.
to, to get her cut of the money so she could get out of town. And she ain't make it. She ain't make it. Now, my thing is, why couldn't he have let her go and just said he couldn't find her?
I would have
Because that
sent her
man,
out of town. I would have sent her out of
listen,
town myself. I'd have been
I
like,
would,
look, take this money, give me your jacket. I would throw
hmm
some blood or something on it. I don't know, cut her
and
hand, drizzle
all they
some
gonna find
blood,
is your
and
coat.
yeah,
And this
because
was
this is
back in
crazy.
a time where you could just go 3 towns over and never see people again, ever in life, and just live your best life, and wouldn't nobody know.
Nobody would know
Hmm.
at all.
Where were they in Chicago or something? What city is this in?
Baltimore, Baltimore,
It's in Baltimore, girl.
Baltimore.
You can go to Georgia and don't
You could
ever
have
see
went
these
to
niggas
Connecticut and been fine.
and
You
been
hear me?
listen.
Became an old
Absolutely.
teacher
You
at
could have
the
gone to live in DC.
university.
Well, no, DC is a popular tourist spot. You could have went to Virginia. You could have came to the Seven Cities and wouldn't have nobody never seen you or heard
Who
of
city?
change your name. The Seven Cities. Pick one of the seven cities.
Oh,
Hampton,
oh,
Newport
oh, you got
News, Norfolk, Virginia Beach, Portsmouth,
it.
Chesapeake. Pick one. Pick one of the seven cities. Go there and you be all right. You
Could have
be
went to
all right with
Miami
nobody.
and still lived a fast life, and no man told him he was
Exactly.
Dominican. No, no one would know.
Child, you could have gone to Orlando and got you a job at Disney World and told them your
Mhm.
net, and you could have got you. Back then, it was easy to get paperwork with no ID.
It
Shout out
is.
to the Shawshank Redemption. You could have made you a whole person up like he did, and get apply for a birth certificate and a social security card and get a whole new identity.
I literally thinking about things now. It's crazy to me. Like like I now it's weird to me now that individual murder happens more than back in like that time period. Like back then, like criminals would were killing and doing whatever. Like no, like now you can get killed, in a traffic spat because somebody was trying to cut you off and you did this like a normal human being and now they out there now they shooting at your car. But um I just I just don't even under that's so crazy to me to think about. What they weren't killed a lot of people, but it's a lot of second families. There's a lot of who was this man at my daddy's funeral that looked like me? But that's not I don't know. A lot of that going on. A lot of
Hmm.
get an
Yep.
email from ancestry.com. I got a half sibling. A lot of that going on. A lot of that happened. But we know
A
we
lot of if 2 plus 2 is 4,
right.
and 5 plus 5 is 10. What is this? Please and thank you. Oh, I forgot to say at the top of the show, rest in peace to Rich Homie Quan.
Man, rest in peace, man. I really hope he
Oh,
didn't know D. I really hope he didn't know D.
so you would rather just had a heart attack?
I mean, I'd rather him not die, but
Right.
it's I say that because being in the music industry, I know how much drugs are just a part of it. Like for a lot of artists, especially being in the
Hmm.
studio is like it's like the kick it spot. Like I don't like to kick it. So when somebody calls me for a session, I come in, I lay my part down, I meet everybody, say what's up, throw up whatever needs to be thrown up, and I get out of there because I don't. That's not what I want to be around. But for a lot of cats, they do, and if it was a pill, it's like, bro, especially, and it's different too because I do living out here in California. Like I'm seeing what fentanyl can do to people.
Hmm.
The only pills I take is from CVS. Okay, Target. I cannot take any chance to want to have a little fun sometime, and then all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying?
That's all I
Like,
got.
no, friend. When I say there's zombies, there's zombies. I'm living in the zombie apocalypse. I can go to the town or go to the city right now, like that is a zombie apocalypse. And I can
Insane.
and what's crazy is a lot of these areas they weren't like that. We used to catch we used to catch the train from downtown Sacramento to the rich, hop off, hop on Muni, run around the city till whenever. Ooh, was getting dark. We don't want to run to the stick up boys because it is the rich. Get to the rich, straight to where we need to go, straight on. Like even when they kill old boy in the Fruitvale station, like it was still safer then than what it is now. You know what I'm saying? So um I don't say this directly when they kill bro, in the whole Fruitvale station situation, like what's up, Jamar? I said his name
Oh,
right, not Jamar. I
not
said
right. Now that you're here, he's saying your name right. But normally,
Jamar. But yeah, no, I really and also too, just peace to his family. That boy was so young, 32, like 34, 34. Like, bro, we just getting started. We just
right.
now
My son will
figuring
be
a little
30
something
in
out.
January. That's crazy. Oh God.
Oh Lord, oh God. I was Jamar. Can you please explain why every time it gets tense, somebody starts to twerk? Can you can can you explain a nervous twerk to a straight man, please?
Not to explain the nervous twerk. Listen, listen, listen. Is there going to be an altercation every episode? Because I feel like that's the way we did. I feel like that's where we head. There's an altercation on every episode. Every episode.
I can't see Marley J getting into a fight. trolling
Marley
back to
J in the
forward.
fight this episode.
Is he?
He's the one that was in Max's face, and Max pushed him and then swung and then that's in the operation. It's Marley J. All the niggas is right. He said it's a trolling tactic. The twerking.
Got it. Okay, well, I gotta.
It would just
Okay.
never occur to me to twerk in the middle of an altercation. Because it is I.
I don't twerk anyway, but I just feel like that wouldn't. I don't think this is my moment.
I
I think
don't. I
this is
don't feel
somebody
like
else's moment. I think this is someone else's moment. Let me relax. This isn't my moment. Um, but yeah, R.I.P. Rich on me. Yeah, I'm playing. I'm definitely gonna play his music for sure. For sure. Maybe go. I might. Shoot. I might go buy some of his old mixtapes just so I know the money goes directly to him. Um. So yeah. So Darcy and Lucius. The relationship with Maddie and the officer. I said so. Dicking and dancing's on the menu tonight.
I hate you.
And then and then she gonna ask him to move in. He was like, "You're gonna arrest the both of us, sir." That's still I have to remember. Interracial dating wasn't legal to what 68, 65. That is wild.
He said if we get caught, we
You gonna go
will
to
go.
jail?
Baby. Oh no, you got it. Absolutely got it. Ain't no. No, I love you. Yeah, I get it. I said, "Well, fuck, but you can't stay here. Mhm. Not if we finna go to jail. And you just sneak in the back door. You can't never come through the front door. So. You
You
can't
see
never come
healing come out. You see healing come out when it's darker than him outside. He'll never go there. Am I wrong?
You are not wrong, but good Lord. Good Lord. Friend.
Um, yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm not going. My God. My God.
So I have Seth needs his whole butt whooped. He needs his booty whooped. I don't hear nothing about that. And
I
before,
listen.
and then look, listen. I said, "Ooh, they ghetto over here at the Hanukkah party. The Hanukkah party is ghetto." I said, "Wait a minute."
No, that daddy went off. That daddy went the hell off. I don't even blame him. I'm not, and nobody's mad. The daddy went the hell off. He said, "How very dare you try and get your career off the back of my dead child?" I said, "Oh, he's not wrong though. Jesus."
Like I didn't even care. I didn't. I do a lot of bad things because I'm human. I'm normal. I didn't even think of that. I didn't even see it
Right.
like that.
You
I
wouldn't.
didn't. I saw her digging up a story, digging up as much story as possible because he bad enough he gets the insanity plea.
Right. Well, he crazier than a shithouse rat, so that makes it. That makes it. It does. You can't tell me that boy ain't cuckoo for Cocoa Puff.
I've never heard what you just said one time in my life.
What?
All the times around the sun I've had, I've never heard that.
He is.
It is no, he is crazy. Um I said, and what I think was crazy to me is how did it's during the scene where he raped her. It's like how you sexually assault somebody and then have an attitude.
That is my. How you blow up?
Like she hit you with a hard no. It wasn't like, "Oh baby, slow down." It like or like, "Oh baby, no, stop playing." It was like no,
No.
and you kept going, and
And
then you got
emphatic.
upset. There was no like we can't argue this thing. Like there's no arguing with like no. It was a hard no. It wasn't a playful no. It wasn't a BDSM
It
no.
wasn't a
Right.
right. It wasn't a. This is a soft stop. No,
Right.
this
No,
was
no, no. It was
that was it was a complete sentence. Stop it
a period.
immediately.
Smooth period. And then caught an attitude. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm petty. And then when I get no, let me be clear. If I'm emotional, I'll get petty and I won't apologize. So whatever I said, I not only meant to say it, I meant to hurt your feelings. So I won't apologize for what I said, but I'll apologize for the way that I made you feel. I would have been like, So you raped me and I can't get my get back? So let me write my article. And it came up right then and there. And it came up right then and there. I'd have told all the business.
Because one of us would have gone to the boneyard and it
Mhm.
probably wouldn't have been. It wasn't.
I, oh, so you thought, nah, no, mm-mm.
He was in his feelings because he didn't think he did anything wrong. That's what it was. He absolutely didn't. He thought he was justified in what he did, and he felt an entitlement to her body, so he felt like he didn't do anything wrong. So that's why he
Mhm.
was his feelings, when she was like, oh,
What I will also say is, oh, when he had, oh, sorry, I was doing my nose. When he had Cleo coming upstairs, all I heard was I seen from Best Man. That fool gonna fall. That's all I heard in my head.
like,
And then he fell. And his leg was like this. I said, "Oh, you want to scream too?" I said, "You're a terrible killer. You just need to just run Bumpy's
and
errands and
he
leave
had
it
to put his
there."
he put his hand over his mouth because the police was out there looking at that boy, and he didn't want to alert them that he was out there dropping off a body.
Hmm. It's crazy. This whole episode was out of order. I think whoever directed and wrote this episode, they need a spanking. You need a spanking because
And I go to the corner immediately. Immediately.
it was just so artistically messy.
Mhm. Absolutely.
He
Absolutely.
writes
It was
down,
enjoyable.
oh yeah, it was super insane. This little boy got her address, set a guard on fire, walked right out because it was 50, 60 years ago, so they weren't thinking you know people would take the insanity plea. Oh no, let me they weren't catching people trying to take insanity pleas that clearly weren't insane. Um,
That boy's insane.
1,000%. I don't even need to test him. When I would have caught him in the bath, you caught him doing what in the bathtub? Oh yeah, he gonna need pills and some therapy and some Jesus. It's not gonna be just all three. The Holy Trinity. Okay. Um,
Absolutely.
the Cleo getting someone to take her on. It's crazy. Maddie was getting her hair straightened while that happened.
Mhm.
Um, I mean, Maddie's entire shit show of a day. Just, I mean, to boom. And what's crazy is we're not even done. And I know they got more to reveal. And I know there's more backstory to talk about, and I'm here for it. Season five, or episode five, where you at? Because episode
Um,
four did its thing. Episode four did its thing.
it did. I don't even know where I'm at for episode 5. Um, I don't know what's gonna happen because I'm mad she did, and I knew she's been dead from the beginning. Um, but I'm mad that she didn't get away. She was so close. She was so close, and she got that, and I'm back, and I'm in my feelings, absolutely in my feelings about it. Because it didn't
She
have to
was
be that way. She could have got away.
she was hella close.
And this is what get you. You was gonna leave your kids. I
It
guess
was
it's
gonna be
fine.
for the better. Well, remember, she only
You
she,
think
she gonna
so?
go. She only gonna come, but she gonna go but two counties down. At some point, she gonna send some kind of letter with some kind of something, and then they gonna be out of there.
I guess.
At some point.
I guess. I don't know. I wanted so much more for her. I wanted her to be able to get that money and get away. Leave that little ridiculous boyfriend. Listen, when the boyfriend came in with the mac and cheese and the mama still wasn't having it. But the daddy was like, "Well, the boy done brought the mac and cheese. No need to throw
And that's back. And look, and that's back when we could all
it."
cook. I don't know when we all stopped, like we collectively stopped being able to cook, but like that's back when we could all cook.
I don't
Like
know
you're
who
gonna have
he
good
is,
food everywhere.
cause I can still put the
Oh,
pot and burn them up.
a friend, I made shrimp and grits last night. Add a little bacon, a little grilled onions. It was fire.
I saw a recipe today on TikTok for Rasta instead of Rasta pasta,
Hmm.
Rasta risotto. So you
Okay.
do it with risotto instead of pasta. I was like, with and it was shrimp Rasta risotto. Give me the ingredients.
I want to do something like a jerk chicken like burrito bowl.
That sounds
My
good.
my problem is I don't like grilled peppers. I'm not big. I
I'm not a
don't
pepper. I'm
really
not a big pepper fan.
pepper person. Like you people, like, oh,
Mm-mm.
you could just get the dip you love and have peppers as chips. No, I can't.
No,
I don't like peppers like that. I realize I don't even like
I can
stuffed
do
peppers.
red, orange, and red and yellow peppers. I like. There's something about green peppers, even when you raw or cooked. I guess I no.
In the conversation of discovering oneself, I've discovered I just don't like peppers. Like I don't like a lot of my failed because when I lost 50 pounds a couple of years ago, a lot of it was just I could just turn off my brain and eat the food that need to be eaten to do the things.
Mhm.
I can do that again, but I know at some point I'm gonna crash and fail and burn, and I'm gonna end up eating. Instead of going like so, like norm. Let's say if I go to like Fire Wings, I get I get the dry rub. I can do you know a side salad or fried zucchini or something. No, 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 no. I will be in there. Give me everything breaded, hard fry. Let me get the chili cheese, bacon. You know what I mean? Like it's gonna be ridiculous. It's not
Mhm.
spicy, so I I really hunkering down. Like what do I like? I don't like peppers. It's just not a healthy choice for me.
And unfortunately, my thing is I eat smaller portions where I could eat the 10
Hmm.
I'd have to be starving to get, and I'm still probably not gonna get through all 10. Now I get like 5 or 6,
Hmm.
or I get the 10 and I eat 5 now, like for lunch, and then
Hmm.
the other 5 several hours later for dinner. Uh, so my and then it's eating because that's what I would do for the small meal. Give me some wings and maybe a side like a potato salad or something, and that will be a small meal for me.
Hmm.
Uh, I still struggle to eat 3 times a day, even though my doctor wants me. He said eat 5 to 6 small meals a day. Sir, I
Hmm.
barely eat two. What do you mean eat five? He said, I'm
Well,
going
if
to.
you
You're going to make me sick because I can't. My body literally can't eat that much food in a day without my whole system stop it and be like, hey, no, no, we can start
my
taking them
my
for
big
three
thing
days, and then
is
you won't be able to eat for 3 days.
right. So I'm dealing with killing high blood pressure, not being, um, dealing with the so we started to be type 2 for a minute there, and the IBS. I've I have been changing. So the Mediterranean diet or lifestyle or eating style is the only one that has real data to say this works for weight loss and maintaining weight loss. I've just been making it fit my palate.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm I'm very much unapologetically. I have a very black Southern palate. Like that South Carolina dirt is all through my DNA. It really is, and so um, I've had to. Okay, like I'll do a more of like a keto driven breakfast. Maybe it is eggs and it'll be eggs and bacon or turkey bacon, depending on my mood, whichever one, and cheese, and that's it. And that'll be a meal, and I'll be full. And I'll be throwing in a lot of fruit, Because my thing also is I do work out. I mean, you see, I post on social medias. I watch, man, drenched in sweat. I be moving too. Like I'm this big because I'm strong. I'm not just eating cakes and pies. So um, my thing is dealing with protein, also dealing with getting my protein intake, and then not feeling hungry because I hate that. I hate feeling hungry, and if I feel hungry for too long, I'm going to Burger King somewhere. Ain't gonna be no. I'm not worried about nothing. Trying to be anything. Who got all the food right now? No, I need food right now. So who got the food right now? Cause whoever got the food right now got me right now. So, or it's the truth. It's the truth. I get hard truth. I've had to be honest with myself. So I really focus on protein and like my proteins, eating as Mediterranean as possible, and then like because I actually do enjoy salads and stuff, but like I don't want this lifestyle. I want like again swapping things out. Like I don't like baby spinach. Let me do this kind of lettuce here and whatever, whatever, whatever. Um, I mean, if it's I don't like white fish, so let me grill some catfish or some salmon the way that I like it and throw it in there. Grazing is hard at the beginning, but it works after a while. I've tried that. It, I'd probably say I have two smaller meals, one large meal, and then I'll definitely snack. And then I've been reading this book. And I'll send you too some of his YouTube videos. Ebony, we just eat a lot of food that's making us fat. Not even on some like you're everyone that is obese. I'm talking people in general, because most people do want to lose 5 to 10 pounds. I saw a video today of a Fanta in Europe versus a Fanta here.
Mhm.
The European Fanta looked like
Looks yellow. It looks yellow.
yeah,
Hmm.
not and
And ours is orange.
there's carcinogens in pickle juice, like in the pickles. Like I was with my mom yesterday because I've been here helping her out, and we were walking through Walmart, and she said like, okay, so like break down. And she was asking me questions. I said, look, in the shredded cheese y'all be buying, and I had to stop myself. There's wood shavings. This word you can't pronounce is wood shavings. Look, everything that says natural flavors is terrible for you. That you can have like, and again, I've definitely been losing weight. You can see my body going in. I ain't really been eating a bunch of. If I want chips, I have chips. I just buy chips that are chips. I've had to get. I've had to get around. I've had to change the salt that I intake. I only do avocado oil because the process of making the regular oil is crazy.
I think I'm a big fan of coconut oil and avocado oil and peanut oil. Now I gotta make sure nobody has peanut allergy, but nobody in my house has that. So
Yeah, no, it is. It is. Oof, it's rough. It's rough, and that I think again. But when I'm hungry, which will probably happen, sir, how can I take your order?
I think that
And don't let me be tired and hungry, because
this
sometimes you can run a Chipotle and get a quesadilla or something, but then it's like, get out of my car. That's ghetto.
I'm not a huge fan. I've eaten at Chipotle I think one time in my life, one,
It's my IBS
and
meal.
and it was me.
When my IBS is acting up, I know I can eat there to help for my stomach to settle and feel full and not and feel satiated. I won't say full. So I will admit I have been doing that. Like I'll like in the middle of a meal, I will sit back and go, yeah, you're full, and I'll stop, and I'll give myself like a solid half hour before I even go back. That's also been a thing too. I don't like feeling full. I hate it. I've come to realize that.
Right, right. And then there is like I don't have the okay. Now Qdoba Mexican food. I will kill some Qdoba. I love their queso. They have
Hmm.
a chicken nacho salad in the taco shell. Not say I be breaking their taco shell, but don't be nothing left on them. The shell, it's
She said,
everything.
ain't downhill, ain't downhill.
And I'm okay with that because it's the lettuce, it's the chicken, it's the the pico, it's the tomatoes, the onion. um, a little Cajun, whatever their spicy ranch is that they use, and some
Hmm.
queso in that taco shell. Good to me. There ain't no beans in it 'cause I'm not a bean girl. That's why
Oh,
a half of Mexican
fish
food I can't
body.
do.
I
I
don't.
don't.
It don't.
I don't do beans. I don't like
I
them.
don't. I
I'm a
don't.
texture. It's a texture issue for me. Beans, peas. I be picking the peas out of my Chinese rice when I get it, which is why I switched to lo mein because I just can't. I can't. I can't. Now you give me all the other stuff, the bamboo shoots, whatever that stuff is. What is it?
You know
Bean
what gets
sprout,
me?
bean sprouts that they put in there. That I'll
Uh-huh.
eat, but actually,
No.
no.
What my weakness, because I love, I love to deep dive into whatever culture's food I can, because I hate to I don't I've come to realize I don't like Americanized versions of most things. Um, like I didn't realize a lot of Italians sourdough crust or crust with sourdough, and my IBS body like, wait, what? Um, uh, Pork buns. Have you ever had the pork buns? The little doughs that like it's cooked pork on the inside, but it's in that little bun that's like sometimes they're deep fried, a lot of times they're steamed.
Hmm.
Call me Kung Fu Panda, okay? Roll me smooth out the door. But look,
I
I
had dumplings the first time, like
really.
a month before or so,
Mhm,
like 2 months ago. Bless my spirit. In the little dipping sauce and
mhm.
everything with my chopsticks with the training wheels on
I took
them.
uh prophetess to well, she keep calling it pho. She can't pho. She can't say pho for some reason. Took her some
She
pho.
keeps popping
She
up.
got the duck. She got the duck. She said, "Wait a minute." I said, "Put the little vegetables in. Let it sit. Stir it." Man, I can't wait to take this home.
Okay, that's fine. I'm a big
She said, "I
fan.
can't wait to take this
This
home."
is how I know we do too much. Because our fat asses was having a 15-minute conversation about food. We cleared our kitchens. Our whole conversation about dining and food is what we like and what we don't like. This ain't got nothing to do with this show. They don't even eat
No,
on this show. Well, no, it started with the boy bringing that mac and cheese to the house. That's how
it
we got
did.
off of it. It did. It
Yeah,
did. What?
and I think I saw some seasoning on the mac and cheese. That's probably why I said it. If I see seasoning on your mac and cheese, I'm gonna try it. If I can't see no
Mm-hmm.
seasoning, most times I'll
You
just let it
probably
go.
won't see the seasoning because my seasoning, well, I boil the
Well,
noodles
well, well,
in,
well.
in chicken stock. And when I make my, uh, not beurre blanc, but my,
Your roux?
when I make the roux, that's the word I was looking for. But when I make the roux, the seasonings are in the roux, and if I use white pepper, you definitely know.
No. Well, what I was gonna say is I also judge you by the little crust on the top of your mac and cheese. If that crust looks like it's doing some things, okay, we gonna try it. We gonna try it.
People like to put paprika on their stuff for color. It ain't good in no seasoning. It's just to make it look good.
What does paprika taste like? I feel like
Smoked smoked paprika, mm, smoked paprika has a taste to it, and will up the smokiness in the flavor profile of whatever it is you're cooking. But regular paprika don't really have a taste. It's just decoration.
because I feel like because I definitely, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense.
You can make a deviled egg with no paprika on top and one with. It's the exact same.
Smoked
Mhm,
paprika
yeah.
does have, and I just got some slap your mama seasoning too. I have to be careful
Mhm.
with that. I forgot what I made. I said it's a little too spicy.
I gotta get the Creole tea with no salt one. They have a Tony Chachery no salt.
They do, yeah.
And I gotta
So
get
I do.
that one.
So I want to finally do my first gumbo. I'm either gonna do a
Mhm.
gumbo or a seafood boil for the first time. But I watched that one cat from Louisiana, and he always does the orange juice in his boils, and I really want to try that.
Oh yeah, yeah. They use either Tampico or like Sunny
Uh
Delight.
huh.
in the yeah.
I I really want to try it. I really want to
I
try it
tell me what it is. Tell me what it is.
because we can get the water right, ocean right there. Is it? Yep, it's right there. I have to figure out which way is west. Yeah, it's right there. So as a matter of fact, yeah. So what?
You know how sad I am that I am in a landlocked city. And oh, let me tell
I,
you let me tell you of the culture shock that I had when I first moved here. So I have lived 90% of my life. Well,
mhm,
75% of my life now in Virginia, where
okay.
in Hampton, where it's the peninsula. So we're three sides is covered by water. And we got to cross bridges between seven cities. There's like 20 bridges. There's pick a bridge, any bridge. I'm used to the tunnel where you go under the water and then come back up on the other side. You know, it is what it is. I'm used to going down to downtown Hampton, and there are restaurants that sit, and across the street is the bay. And that's all you see. It's the restaurants on this side of the street. The water is literally across
How are
the
people
street.
not filming shows and movies in these cities? Like, how are they? How are we not?
I don't know. I don't know. But you can't go. There's like just like in Virginia, there's back home. There's a 7-Eleven on every corner. Like every corner, there could be like they could be at the opposite ends of the street, each other little
Hmm.
catch one from the other. There are 7-Elevens on every corner. There are also seafood markets with fresh seafood on every corner.
Everywhere.
So for me to go from uh, I know of two, and one is the Asian supermarket, and the other is a place called Nana's. Uh, off of Sugar Creek. Those are the only two places I know to go to get fresh seafood. And to go from every corner, and I can go into any seafood spot uh, in back home, and they have live crabs, and they sell them by the dozen. Male, female, large, small, whatever you want, they got it. To me coming here and say, "Oh, great, where can we get seafood from?" And they're like Red
Yeah,
Lobster.
you are way away from the water. Like, I guess you're not technically landlocked, but like
You know, we're
from
absolutely in. There's Lake Norman, which is like an hour, 45 minutes to an hour up the
so
road. But
I thought landlocked meant like so I'm looking at a map of the United States. So I thought landlocked meant like Tennessee's landlocked because you got states everywhere.
I mean, the city is not just, it's not the state is landlocked.
You're
The
saying
city,
got the city. Got it. You're not.
city
Yeah,
is
got it. Makes
landlocked.
sense. Makes sense. Man, look, I tell people all the time, I'm gonna die on the coast. I prefer the West Coast. I will take the East Coast. As a matter of fact, I was looking at houses in Connecticut, and I haven't lived in Connecticut since ever. I ain't never lived there. So, Emma, um, and where they film Mystic Pizza, them houses is cute. I can afford that. I'm dying on somebody's coast. All right, it's a plan. I ain't.
Yeah, the Lord say the same. And I am blessed enough to buy a home. I would like that home to sit on that street back home in Hampton that's right across because they got older home and all the wisteria and listen and in the fall when the cherry blossoms that's, I absolutely would love it. You hear me? Love it.
I'm looking at. Look, I ain't
Some,
never
some,
seen Hampton,
some houses,
Virginia. So,
it's, it's beautiful. And it's
oh
literally,
wow, yeah, you are spoiled.
and then the houses that lead up to where the Air and Space Museum is. You look up at the Hampton Air and Space Museum. My father was the architect for that building, and then it crossed. There's the little bridge that you cross, and then Hampton University is on the other side of the bridge.
Friend, this house is big. They got a house for 350, 2 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, 1710 square feet. That's hella
Mhm.
cheap. Like right there on the water.
On the water, on
They
the
also
way,
have
but
3 million. Look, and down the street is a $3 million home. Ooh,
that's what I'm
ooh.
saying. The disparity, because my best friend used to nanny for a family that lived in that neighborhood. She used to be a nanny for for a family. That little girl was bad too. Ooh, I was gonna push her down. I was gonna push that little girl down. But that baby, she probably done graduated from high school at this time. Because we was just out of we just out of high school. Was I did I have the baby? No, I didn't have the baby at that time. So I had
So
to be a
this quarter,
senior in high school
uh,
when she was nannying for that couple. I wanted to fight that little girl because I don't like disrespectful children.
at all.
That little girl, even at 17, I was like, hey, homie, and that listen,
And
I
this,
love. Uh,
oh,
that's her parents
poor
that
baby.
put her parents that put her around. It was a whole thing. It was a whole thing, and she was a living nanny for that couple. I'll never forget that. She had gotten married, and her husband was deployed in the military, and so to save money, she was a living nanny because they didn't have kids yet. So
Mhm.
she was a living nanny. And then she got their first apartment, and I'll never forget that because she had a cat. She always had black cats, but she had a black cat, and I don't
That's
know
because they're
why.
the most cuddly.
I don't know why the pets are always like attracted to me. Like I didn't ask you to come over here. Why are you? Because
Cats
I'll
know when they don't like when you don't like them, and they immediately like.
and then right because I spent the night at her house. I never forget this. I was 7 months pregnant. I spent the night at her house, right? And I
Mhm.
was asleep on the sofa. And when I woke up, I was on my back, and it looked like my stomach had doubled in size. I pulled back the cover. It was this cat curled up in a ball on top of my incredibly large breakfast. I said, I know that it's hell, boy. I said, oh, okay. What was the name of it? Was there a black cat in the Sailor Moon cartoon? There was,
Mhm.
but I can't. Luna. That's what's her name. That's what she named her cat. Yeah, one cat named Luna, and the other one was Mysterio or Mystery or something like that.
We used to have a black cat named Black Licorice. We just called her Licks. We named her, or her name was Licorice, but we called her Licks. And then
For as
yeah, we
much
had a
as
black. Go
pets
ahead.
like me, I'm not a pet person. I am not a pet person.
I'm not a cat person, but I don't have a choice, especially because my daughter loves. I mean, she has a kitten named Penguin, and they are brother and sister. You hear me? Like you
That's
should hear her yell
wonderful.
at him. But Licorice kind of won me over a little bit. I like black cats. I've come to find black cats are the cuddly cats. They gonna punk the rest of the cats and leave you alone, but they are definitely gonna wanna like lay next to
Okay.
you and stuff like that.
And you tell me specifically with pets, and I said I am not a pet person. No cats, no dogs, no crickets, no mice, no
Most black
hamsters, no.
people aren't. Most black people really aren't pet people. Like most of us, like my baby cousin was over and she's like, "Yeah, my dad called me because she just moved out of her dad's house recently, probably almost a year ago or a month ago." And she goes, "Yeah, my dad called me talking about, can you bring my grandson over?" Talking about her puppy. I said, "That's called character development because that man does not like animals."
It's not that I don't like them. I'm just not. They can't come live in my house. I don't know what you want me to say. That they just can't come live in my house. And listen, I saw this thing on, I want to say on TikTok. This girl was in her car crying because her
Mhm.
daddy said when she leaves for college, he's giving the dog away. He's giving her dog to some family, the family, their family, like her cousins or something.
Mhm. Mhm.
So they can have the dog and take care of the dog. And she over there crying. And people was like, if my dad did that, I would never speak to them again. So did you forget that your dad has a job and he's gone all day?
Man, right?
And maybe he doesn't have the wherewithal to be able to take care of your
I
pet properly.
literally,
Too bad that he's giving the dog to a family who can love it with kids that can grow up with the plant, and you going off to college. You leaving the dog too. So what you mean?
I literally just told somebody, don't buy a dog. You're too busy. You're too busy. You're way too busy.
First of
You're
all,
way too busy to have a dog. Don't. I
I,
don't care. You're stay
listen,
lonely. You don't need a
I
dog.
just, I just want to say I have aspirations of being selfish and being all-knowing and only being able to take care of just myself, and that's it. And I feel like having a pet would eat into my wig fund, and I just my wig and travel fund. I can't. No, I can't go.
Depending on the
It's
kind of
already,
dog,
it's already bad
I would
enough
never
being
have
a
a fear.
responsible adult and paying bills that's given to my wig and travel fund. But now I got to do it for a pet too. And then I got to be here to take the little stinking thing outside so he can pee and poop. And then y'all got to pick up the poop? Absolutely not.
Hmm.
Absolutely not. I believe all of my children were potty trained by 2003, 2004. Done. Done with the pee. Now I've cleaned up vomit many a time. Because I'm the mama and the daddy was.
Get milk, as you put it.
That's not even that. Even when he was there, if he sees the throw up, he's gonna throw up off ass nigga. Get out the
I can
way.
I can clean the vomit. I can't smell it. I have to
Oh no, I'm not. Listen,
because if I smell it,
listen. I'm gonna try. Listen, I caught it while they're and then try and rush into the bathroom to get it so it's not all over my house. But, yeah.
Aria has this thing. Well, she just I think I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I don't even. I don't, stop talking. Run to the bathroom. If you even, I don't. Even if she might, because some oh,
Sometimes
she has
they
stressed
and
me out.
sometimes they don't know what the warning signs are. Your body
Hmm.
will warn you that something's about to happen, and it takes a minute for kids to connect the dots that feeling this way means I'm getting ready to vomit.
Uh-huh.
So at a little age, it's wherever they stand, that's where it's gonna happen. Uh,
That's why. That's why I straight to act. Straight to don't talk. Don't think. Just run to the bathroom. Don't talk. Don't think. Just run to the bathroom. Just run straight there. Just go straight there. Um,
um,
because because it's funny because I have mine down pat. Because I went to when I went out last week. I'm driving home. I said, oh, I'm gonna throw up, and then it kind of went away. I might be good. I
right,
would
you
be
can
good.
feel the noise. There's sometimes when you can breathe through it and it goes away. But
Yes.
then once my mouth starts to water, that's it. Immediately. I gotta
And mouth got real juicy. I said, oh yeah, I'm throwing up.
hmm hmm
Threw right up and cleaned my mama's toilet. Went right to sleep. Didn't think nothing of it.
And I had to learn to stop fighting it and just let it come out.
Oh no, I want it out. I want it out now, and now that I'm understanding, like this is like the hangover is just the fight to hangover. You have to be dehydrated. Here's my I drink
I have never thrown up because I drank too much. Never ever.
literally last week. I finished the Hennessy. Then um we had two high noons. Got to the game, had a tall can and a buzz ball. Of course, you don't sip a buzz
So
ball.
you
You
ain't drink
shoot it.
no water during this whole situation?
I had water that day. That's the crazy part. But I think I ate a lot that day. On the days I just wasn't hungry. Just wasn't overly hungry. So I killed the tall can, killed the buzz ball. Get to the karaoke bar. I'm not gonna sing karaoke. Definitely sang karaoke. By the time I did, I had two more. Then I had two more Jack and Cokes, and they were strong. At least at that point, they were strong. And so I back to not then saying karaoke. I'm talking about. I'm sitting. I was thinking to myself, why are you up here again? Well, I mean, I guess it's a vibe. Like this
I
long
am a
Monday.
I am I'm a quiet, sleepy drunk, so I have never seen the appeal that oh let's just get away from because I ain't doing this. I'm gonna get real quiet. I'm gonna get real
So
quiet. And then you're
when
gonna
I
be like, and I'm going to sleep. That's it. That's all you're gonna get out of me.
Usually, there's levels. There's levels. If I'm just drinking, lots of fun, running around, let's do whatever, 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 whatever. But when I am drunk, I sit down. Like that is my like once like I'm drunk because I have sat down, and I'm coaching myself through. You're done. You're done. No more.
The drop
Hey,
I
take my
get,
phone.
the lower my eyes get. That's what I call it. And
Ebony,
then
why you?
people like, and then people ask us, I'll be like this. I'm wide awake. So I'm like this. And then like every day you sleep. Are you okay? That's it. That's how you gonna get out of me. That's how you know. Oh, she.
She's gone.
Okay.
She's gone. She's gone.
Yeah, that's it. It's over. Don't you feel about the water. Don't let it. But I'm the one that's normally like the needy for the because I'm not a huge. I'm not
I
a
don't even
huge
try no
drinker.
more. The last time I DD'd, I blacked out. So I was getting driven home in the back of somebody's. I'll never forget. I don't even
You
know who
threw up
picked
in the
us
back of
up.
somebody's car.
No, I threw up on the side of her car. But I remember it was in the back seat. My of course, whoever I was with, he was lying to her. She was like, I just remember hearing, "I know you, I know you was talking on them hoes in there." He was like, "No, baby, I only care about you." I started laughing.
Not be mad at the people
We
business drunk good friends.
then my boy in the back, shh, but he laughing too.
Y'all both think that y'all sending me beat up.
I man, all I know is I got back to. I ended up in my boy's girl. She was gone. I ended up in my boy's girlfriend's bed. I had money in my pocket. I went to McDonald's. I had my hangover food. I went back to sleep. Then I got a phone call. You remember last night? Bits and pieces. Bits and pieces. Whereas
Never,
I've only and I have been blackout drunk many many times. Like I maybe like three at most. So
never,
we
never been to so where I haven't no.
I was like, oh, I'm
But
gonna
then
have my
again,
money. It's
I'm
not
not.
rolling away.
Again, I'm a social. Like
Social
if we're
drinker.
going to a
Yeah.
party, I absolutely do. Uh, if we're going out to dinner, and it's that type of dinner, unfortunately, Sunday or Saturday wasn't that type of dinner because we was with the church folks. And so, to save my mom the embarrassment, I did not have the dragon fruit margarita with Patron that I really wanted from the Longhorn. So, I'm going to have to make a trip pilgrimage, maybe with the cousins to the Longhorn, so I can get some more of the leaves and my Patron margarita because I want it.
Look,
It's a dragon fruit. It's purple. It's pretty. It's got a sugar rim. I want it real bad. I want it real bad. And it comes with a shaker. So there's a second. It's two drinks for the price of one because they give you the shake. They pour it in, and
uh-huh.
what's left in the shaker they leave with you, so you can refill your cup. I want it real bad.
Listen,
I Uber. I Uber everywhere for you.
church and does and does. No, I'm not too far behind you. I
Listen,
switched.
my I
My
tell you,
birthday was a straight month ago. I still have alcohol from my birthday party in my mini fridge right now.
well, listen, I'm gonna break my no lip in the house rule because I'm gonna try and get my hands on that Dr. Willis, Doctor, what's it called? Beyonce's whiskey. I'm gonna try and get my hands on that.
Oh, Beyonce got a
Uh,
whiskey.
yeah, it just came out. It's well, it's been around. She's had it for a while. She's just now making it known that she has it, and because
Uh-huh.
it's won awards and all kinds of stuff. So it's Doctor something. It's like $89, but the bottle is like this big. It's a huge bottle. Uh, So I'm gonna try and get my hands on it. I can't remember what it's called, Doctor something. Something. I don't know. I'll figure out what the name of it is, but I'm gonna try and get my hands on that. I'm definitely going back to Longhorn to get that dragon fruit margarita. I want to try that. I don't, did I tell you my 30th high school reunion is in 2 weeks?
Are you
You
on?
know, unfortunately, no, because the next weekend I'm going to the Women Involved Conference. So the way my money is
Oh, that's
set
right.
up.
You're going to Houston, right? It's in Houston.
I think so, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So
I don't.
all I gotta do, we're getting our plane ticket next week. And the plane ticket
Yeah.
ain't but like 200 some dollars, 280 something. I think. $37 for the plane ticket.
I'm gonna get mine in 2 weeks. Or do I take it back? I'm cheap, so I'll buy. It's cheaper to buy a first class ticket one way, so I buy it one way, then I buy it the other way, and save a few $100. But I'm gonna I buy my ticket back to Houston in 2 weeks, and I'm gonna buy some tickets to the Houston Texans game.
Okay. And
So
what
that'll
weekend
be
you gonna be? You said in October.
November 8th through
Oh.
11th. Yeah, so I'm
Okay. Well, if what I'm working on is happening, I probably will be in a different city that weekend. I'll tell you about it next week. I'll tell you
all
about
right.
it
Yeah,
next week.
yeah, yeah. Talk about say. Thank y'all for the last 30 minutes of watching this. We have talked about nothing that had anything to do with Lady in
With
the
the
Lake,
lady.
but be back maybe Friday or tomorrow or Saturday or Sunday for
Jason Orlando.
Chasing Orlando. All right, I love y'all.
Jason altercations, whatever y'all want to call it. Okay. Because them niggas love to alternate. Hold on. We love. Oh God, here he go. We love y'all, and we will see y'all next week. I'm at the change time. No, please stay right there.
Ooh, yeah. Fill up your glass.